Hi, welcome to winemastery.co.uk. My name's John Lightfoot and this is
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you all about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines that you will absolutely adore. That special glass that you just go, and then you hear the glug, 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 and then you think, oh, I'm really looking forward to this. You smell it. Oh, that reminds me of whatever it might remind you of. You take a sip and you're transported into a calm, calm oasis. That's the wine we're trying to find for you.
That is, John, exactly. That is exactly what we are looking for, yes.
So, on this occasion, a gentleman called Ian Stirling on LinkedIn and said we did a review of Jammy Rue, with Yellowtail Jammy Rue. I think we really liked it because it really, for me, it's sort of exactly, because quite often John will say, oh, you know, I think this is Jammy, and I wasn't really sure what that meant, but this particular wine, the Yellowtail, there was no getting away from it. It was Jammy. I understood that. This gentleman called Ian Stirling had said to me, actually, have you tried this? Because that's really jammy. And so we thought, well, why not? We'll give it a go.
We're always going to give it a go.
So it's called Jam Shed. It's from southeastern Australia. That's my Cockney accent coming through there. Sorry about that.
It sounds like it's from Wales. Is it from Wales?
So we thought we'd give it a go. So here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Keep
John,
up, John. Keep up.
Sorry, John. I think it's a very rich burgundy colour. It's a there's a very deep. You can see a very deep colour.
Can you see a little bit of brown?
Yeah, that's it.
Now,
yeah.
John from Hillbilly Wines, who has always YouTube, always feels suspicious when it's brown because he always thinks it's going to be naff when he sees brown.
Why? That's so...
Just his experience.
Okay.
If you look at his comment on our last video, which I'm sure you've done.
Every time, John. Every time. Let me just think. I can't 100% remember it. Just remind me, John. Just remind me.
No, it was very kind to come back to us and say, you know, that because of the wine that we were tasting, you thought it would look brown. I said I thought it would look black. And he said every time he sees brown, he worries until he tastes it. But obviously, in the occasion that we just tasted, it was fine. So yeah, but this one is slightly brown.
It looks very deep.
It's got like a porty colour. Would you say?
Yes, I would. Yes, yeah. I think
that tawny colour. Yeah.
I think you're good with that, John. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got nose.
Yeah. Well, that smells sweet.
Yeah, it does. It also smells very I know it's not the right thing to say, but it does smell very fruity.
It smells very fruity.
I wouldn't say jammy. And it has that kind of hint of, you'll have heard this before, that rubber tire-y smell. Without sounding awful, it's just, that's what you get.
I'm not getting that, but I am actually getting a strawberry jam from it.
Okay. No, there's a fair few fruits in there, and I'm struggling to pick the one or...
Yeah. I think strawberry came out on top for me.
Okay, I'm going to get stuck straight in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sweet, isn't it?
It is.
I know, not sweet as in sweet wine, but sweet for a Shiraz. I've never ever tasted a Shiraz that tasted that sweet.
There's a definite lack of tannins in there, so it probably wouldn't be a sweet wine, but because the tannins are not there, it comes across as sweet.
Right. I get that. The length isn't particularly long, is it?
No.
Do you know, immediately this hits me as soon as I taste it? I immediately thought, for someone that doesn't like red wine and likes maybe a slightly sweeter wine, this would hit the button for them. Because that redness, that tannin, which is what a lot of people I think that don't like red wine don't like the tannins.
Yep.
This is nowhere to be seen here, is it?
No, I think I think what you've just said there, I think is completely correct in that this would be the kind of if people like you say, people who don't like red wine. I mean, there's some folk who do like red wine that would like that because it's easy.
Yeah.
It's nearly too easy.
Yeah.
But this is an excellent one for people who are on their first. Getting into red wine. I think this would be something that you could happily pass on, and they would definitely enjoy that, and then start them on the first rung of the their journey into red wine.
Yeah, no, I could certainly get that. I mean, my mind now is going back to. I mean, it was a while ago since we tasted it, but the Yellowtail Jammy Rue. And out of the two, I personally, and it is personal, so you may well prefer this, but for my personal taste, I prefer the yellowtail. It had more about it in terms of the balance and a little bit more tannin, I think, from memory than this.
Yeah, I think there was a lot more tannin, and I also think this one is. I mean, again, it's horses for courses. Certain wines, personally for me, that one, this glass, you know, I've tasted it, and I don't dislike it for 1 minute. But what I'm thinking is, one glass might be enough for me, because if I were to carry on down the bottle there, I think there'd be a flavour, possibly something, a tongue coating or teeth coating flavour that would start putting me off that, and I will want to carry on with. But again, if you're a novice or if you're trying it, have a go at that to kind of start you going, and then your taste buds change again. I mean, it's not unnice, it's just not my style. Not my style.
No, it's very sweet. I'm just thinking that probably in some circumstances this would be a nice drink, but you'd have to be in the mood and want a sweet drink, because I know that some people are really sort of, oh, I can't drink anything sweet. Well, actually, I can enjoy the whole breadth of wine taste and sweetness to very dry, so I don't have that issue. So there, there were circumstances where I could really enjoy this. I wouldn't, John. Would you? I can't imagine eating anything with this.
I can, but I'm just thinking, for me, it would have to be cheese, because there's so many variables that you could go with it. Food-wise, there's a lot of things that are really going to take that on and take it on too much. If you were like saying, usually you can put a good Shiraz with a steak. I think if you put a steak against that, I think you'd lose that. That'd become very, very thin, very, it wouldn't hold its own against the steak. However, if you were to put that with the cheese, which you have plenty of options with there, you could easily match it with, say, a Munster, some of the French washed rind cheeses. I think it'd go very well with that. Perhaps you might even take a blue cheese on, because you've got the kind of, I'm not saying it's sweet, but it's not dry, and because of that, you would call it off dry. So sweet, so to speak. So a nice kind of blue cheese, which naturally has that kind of saltiness. And I've always said that the salty sweet always goes together very well. It's a match made in heaven. So yeah, and you could go something. It sounds awful. I'm not saying it's bog standard, but something as bog standard as what people might think is bog standard. A blue Stilton, a good blue Stilton going with that. I reckon you'd be away.
Well, that'd be really interesting. I must try that, because I can't quite imagine it. So it sounds like a really interesting combo to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this. I mean, obviously it's down to personal taste. If you like dry, strong tannins, you certainly will not like this, I think. I think that's fair to say.
No.
However, if you like it slightly sweeter, if you like jammy wines, then you will try this. And I think it'd be really interesting, if you do fancy, just sort of buying a bottle of Yellowtail and this, and if you've got enough friends around, just doing a back-to-back taste and seeing which one you prefer. And let us know what you prefer. Let us know below in the comments below.
Why would you need friends around when you've got a bottle of each?
Well, I would only say friends because, wine always tastes better when you're drinking it with your friends.
I'll give you that, John. You can have that one.
Okay, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please put the thumbs up if you like this particular video. It helps other viewers find us. And so until the next time, really looking forward to seeing you there. Chin chin.
Chin chin.